Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. And on this channel, we'll be talking about various subjects regarding Christianity and other religions, as well as other everyday activities that happen in the world. But today, my main focus is on false prophets. I need to specify and I need to talk and I need to broaden the topic of false prophets, because in the past decade, and especially here in Africa, false prophets have taken over the pulpit. They have become pulpit bandits, and they use the same modus operandi, and so it becomes so easy to notice that this is a false prophet. And they seem like they get all their powers from one source, and they do. They might be using different forms like spirit of divination, the spirit of sorcerer, they might be soothsayers, but all their powers are coming from occultic backgrounds. So here are some signs that you might know that our prophet is a false prophet. Remember, these most of them are very charismatic, very good looking, very perfect in speech, you see. And this is what attracts a lot of people to their cults, which they call churches. So they love to take all the glory. By the way, they love to take all the glory, and the glory has been stolen from Christ, and all the attention is on the prophet. That is one of the signs that you know that this man is a false prophet. When they speak in church, they like to, when even when they are prophesying, they don't usually want to give glory to Christ. They love to give glory to themselves, you see, because they know that they are not using the powers of Christ, they are using the powers of the dark world. They have pride. Pride is one of the characteristics that you know that this man is a false prophet, this man or this woman. Now, they will tell you that the price of their shoes, their trousers, their jacket, their suits they are wearing, they need you to know the amount that they spent when they were buying stuff, the price of their watch. They need you to know their cars, the Lamborghinis. And you see, they love this top of the range type of vehicle that they use. They like I said before, they've got the same modus operandi. And the other sign that you know that this is a false prophet is they by the way, false prophets usually say things that come to pass. They usually say things that come to pass because they are using a spirit of divination. And this is what has confused many sheep in the church, because they look at the man and they say, why is he being called a false prophet? He prophesied that uh, such and such a team was going to win on such a date, and there's going to be an accident, and this is going to happen, and it came to pass. So why these are fortune tellers? The same spirit that the fortune tellers are using, the false prophets are using it. How do I know? How do we differentiate them from the true prophet? You need to read these signs. You need to know these. You see, in the book of Acts chapter 16, there was a woman, a slave girl. She was using the occultic powers, the spirit of divination. In the book of Acts chapter 16, from verse 16. And this lady was following Paul and Silas every day to wherever they were going. And this lady did have a very good message. She was telling the people around her that these are men of God. Follow them. Listen to what they are saying. But behind that voice, she had mesmerized the whole city, and everyone called her prophetess. But behind that voice, Paul picked that this voice is coming from the devil. It was a demonic voice. It was a demonic spirit that she was using to woo the people. The other sign that you know that these people, your prophet is a false prophet, is they hate correction at all costs. They do not like, they see correction as criticism, you see. They like to take control of everything in the church, and the minute you try to correct them, they see that as criticism. They like, because these are people who love all the glory. And they thrive also, false prophets thrive on fear and manipulation. They thrive on throwing fear at the congregation, and they thrive at manipulating the congregation to give, always give. They are worried about the numbers, the number of chairs in the church, how many people attended in the church, because their setup is a business setup at the end of the day. And they give special emphasis on tithe, and they use Old Testament verses to manipulate the people so that the people keep giving and giving and giving, enriching them, and the people getting poorer and poorer. And whenever a false prophet is giving a donation, they make sure that their cameras are around. They make sure that it's known all over social media, their cameras, and they are doing this as a way to, because they've got false humility, they are using this, they are doing this so that it looks like he is a true man of God, you see. And the other thing that you know is they are hypocrites. They don't practice what they preach. They tell you this and then they go and do that. Most of them are womanizers. Most of them have been involved in different various rackets. In the book of Matthew chapter 24 verse 24, Jesus warns us against false prophets. He says they are going to rise and they are going to deceive many, and even the very elite. He didn't say they are not going to come. And he didn't say like what he said in the book of Matthew also chapter 7, where he warns us that they are going to make various signs and wonders. Verse 22, did we not prophesy in your name? Did we not cast out demons in your name? And I will say unto them, I never knew you. When they are prophesying, most of them, you see, they even use the name of Jesus. In the mighty name of Jesus, come out! You see. And one thing that I've observed about false prophets is when they are prophesying, they usually want to hold a white towel, which they hold in the same hand with the microphone. And it is those white towels that are taken to be to their initiation occultic places. And it is those white towels where the powers are transferred, the occultic powers are transferred. And most of them, when he's not holding that towel, they will not prophesy. They have to have that towel with them all the time. I hope I've helped someone. You must look forward to a lot of other revelations that will be channeling out on this YouTube channel. Thank you. Stay safe.